Yo, what is up guys? Nick Nakai here, Let's Drift Media. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. So on today's episode, I finally got around to fixing the LS400. If you guys saw my recent LS video, you saw it was stuck in limp mode, giving me a throttle position sensor fault. And I had a feeling it was the ECU just because it was doing the exact same thing it was doing the previous time when I had this issue. So I went ahead and tore the ECU apart, ended up finding not one, but two capacitors that were leaking. So I pulled them out, soldered in some new ones, found a really good video on, or not a video, forum on Club Lexus, I believe. I'll go ahead and leave that link in the description below because it gives you all the part numbers for each capacitor you need for your different model year Lexus. But I only ended up replacing the two that I visually saw leaking because my soldering skills aren't that good, and I was kind of scared. I wasn't even sure if it was going to work after I put it together, but luckily it did. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here she is, my baby, running again. So, still gotta fix the door handle from the outside, doesn't open, so, but I mean, at least the car's running. So I just got home from work. I can go ahead and show you. Now, pedal full throttle. And all the way up this time, baby. So I'm pretty happy. It was a quick fix. All in all, ended up being like 10 or 15 bucks. Ended up spending more because I bought it like a cheap repair kit on eBay, which said it had all the capacitors in there. Don't do that. Go to that forum website, figure out which capacitors your ECU needs, or even pop open your ECU, and on there you can read the capacitors and see which models you need for your vehicle, and get good ones. I got mine on mouser.com. I got like a lot of Panasonics because that's just what the forums recommended, and really happy because really a little $20 fix. Anyone else saw this car, they'd probably be like, you know what dude, throttle position sensor code, let's put a throttle position sensor in it. Wouldn't have fixed it. Pretty happy my diagnosis was correct. Cheap fix and really not that bad. I'll throw in a little clip of what my ECU looked like. So actually ended up finding two bad capacitors. That little short one right there I replaced, as well as the orange one that you guys saw in the previous video. Went ahead and cleaned up some of the traces with some alcohol, and it worked. But yeah guys, sorry I didn't film it. Really was pretty embarrassed of my soldering work, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try this because I might mess up my ECU and we don't need to document that. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just go do it. It was a slow day at work, soldered the two capacitors in, brought it back home, and sure enough, problem solved. No check engine light, no limp mode, even going on a little test drive right now. Just feels really awesome to be able to drive this car again, because I pretty much just bought the car and like 2 or 3 weeks later gave me that freaking bullshit. So let's see, full throttle. Sweet. So yeah, apparently some of these capacitors, it is a possibility that they can still be leaking and you might not be able to see them. But luckily the ones that I saw were leaking. I just went ahead and replaced those only, and that ended up being my problem. I have a big feeling that the burn marks on the circuit board were also causing a problem, because I also went ahead and got an alcohol wipe and kind of like scrubbed the traces to clean it up a little bit better, just to make sure like they weren't shorting out inside the ECU. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Those leaking capacitors can cause all kinds of crazy problems. In that forum too, it also lists a bunch of other problems that you might see with these leaking capacitors. So this is just one problem, but this happens to be the same problem that I ran into previously. So I think that might be one of the more common problems with leaking capacitors. But now all I gotta do is bolt the ECU back up, put the trim panels back in, put the glove box, finish all up, and we'll be good to go. Just got to fix that door handle next, and that's about it. Then we can start modifying this bad boy. Hopefully nothing else breaks, knock on wood. But just want to make this quick little video to give you guys an update. I saw a lot of you guys commenting, trying to help me out, figure out what was going on with this Lexus in the previous video. So I really appreciate your input, guys. Really appreciate all the comments, liking the video, and also the subscribes. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up.